Yo, good evening everybody. What's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little news video for you. Latest roundup of the evening's goings on in the transfer window and just at United in general. We always do this every single night, usually a little bit earlier than this. I've been doing some DIY projects around the house, so I've been busy, and this is why we're on a bit late tonight. But how you all doing tonight, guys? Thank you for getting in here. Mark Oliver, Aaron, Fire Up, Pogo Gamer, Rush Mano, Kingslayer, Chrissy J, Hugo Nielsen, Reaper King, what's going on? Asher Katana, Cats the Gaming, now 786, The Mooch Baby, Hugo, Whip, what's going on? Eddie Trooper, Sir George as well. Adebayo Fawaz, Jason Ewing, Johnny M, and everybody else as well, isn't it? Thank you so much for joining us and getting involved for the show. Appreciate you all being here. Do us a favor at the start of it. Smash that like button. Hit the thumbs up. Get us out there in the ether of the internet world. And smash the thumbs up and share it around on social media as well. Twitter, all that sort of stuff. And also, if you're new to this channel or watching this back later, hit the subscribe and comment down below. Get your thoughts and opinions in, either during the live stream or after. We're going to be dipping in and out the live chat, so have your say as always. And, you know, we do also a big Q&A at the end of the stream as well. So we will be getting into we'll get all your comments read out as long as you're in here at the end, basically. So how you doing there? Nas, mate, good to see you. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you, appreciate that. Everyone, appreciate you all being here. Probably because he says you look good. I feel a bit better than usual, I suppose, in terms of Manchester United, because it's looking good at the moment for us signing a few players. We have to say that it's been a couple of revelations the last few days. It's been a positive couple of days for Man United after a really shoddy, slow window. We've been working away seamlessly, seemingly in the shadows for De Jong for a while now, and looking likely that we're going to get that one over the line sooner or later. Still maybe a little bit to do on that one, but looking quite likely that that's going to be a done deal at some point. Hopefully, you never know. Still some ways I'm sure we could bottle it, but it's looking positive in regards to De Jong. We've got Malacia coming in as well. Hey, Mark Harris, thank you very much for your super chat, boss. How you been? Great to see you from down under. Thank you for the super chat. It says breaking news: Slab seen in the Dole office. Office for Little job. Right, okay. What's he gone in there for to apply for? What position? A cardboard box? You know what I'm saying? What has he gone in to apply for, mate? A shelf? Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. But thank you for your super chat there, Mark Harris. Anyway, where was I? So let's get a sue in the chat there for Mark. Thank you very much. So in regards to you know, the De Jong situation, that is looking good. In regards to you know, the situation with Malacia, we are expecting that to be pushed through at some point in the next 24 hours. Could be 48 hours, but it's looking good that it could be announced tomorrow. The situation there is, well, we know that the bid from Manchester United was accepted from Feyenoord, and now we're essentially just waiting for you know, for confirmation that it's actually been a done deal and it's announced. So we do have a bit of information here in regards to it. So this came out a few hours ago. Talks between United and Tyrone Malacia's representatives over personal terms have progressed well, and all sides are confident that the deal can go through in the next few days. So that looks good. Also, we have this update here on Malacia from Sky Sports that just says that United have an agreement in principle with Feyenoord over the signing of left-back Tyrone Malacia and are optimistic about completing the deal. Get in there, my son! Come on! Sorry, guys, headphone users, I apologise. Let's get a rip headphone users in the live chat. Sorry about that, but that will happen from time to time because things are getting exciting. In regards to United, in the transfer window, we could be looking at several players bringing them in before the tour, and then maybe one or two as well added throughout if there's some gems, if there's some bargains. If we've got real ambition this window, maybe we'll see us go out there and surprise a few people. I mean, we're all kind of expecting that we sign De Jong and that we sign Malacia now, of course, and that we bring in Eriksen more than likely. And we're also kind of all expecting that we maybe sign one or two others from Ajax, possibly. You know, there's talks of Martinez, we'll get onto that in a little bit, and Antony. These players are constantly linked. So maybe one of those guys, maybe both of those guys, but certainly I think we could see one other player coming in. But you just never know. I mean, throughout the window, if a player pops up, if we can get a good deal on a player, and if we can sell a player or two, he just might actually be able to buy one or two others. I'm staying optimistic this transfer window, so I feel like it's the window to spend money and invest, and that is when that's what we should be doing because of how poor we are and how far away we've been, and to give Ten Hag exactly what he needs. Just imagine if we did get those 5 players that we've mentioned, but we also had the bottle to sell a few players, or sell just 2 or 3 players, and then also bring in a Denzel Dumfries, or bring in another midfielder such as a Tielemans. I mean, this would complete our squad pretty much in this summer window almost. And I think that would just be an amazing place to put the squad in for Ten Hag, and the preparation for Ten Hag for his season. If we really want to be ambitious and try and close that gap significantly to the top teams in Ten Hag's first season, you better give him a squad capable of doing it. And if we did have those quality players in there, I think nobody could deny we'd have a very, very good squad. So come on, United, let's get these deals done, and let's hopefully add to the few players that we expect to come in, because we are expecting the Eriksen deal to be done. I mean, still the situation with that is he's got to decide where to go. That will be released at some point soon. He's on holiday essentially, but he's also he's a free agent, so he's just going to decide as and when he's ready and once he's made the correct decision. Hopefully it's to Manchester United. I mean, let's just ask the live chat again on regards to Eriksen. Where do you think Christian Eriksen goes and plays his football this summer? Maybe I should get a little poll up for that. I don't know. Let's get a little poll up, guys. But also let's ask the live chat. What do you think? Eriksen. I'll just put Eriksen, and I'll put 3 clubs in there. It could be somebody else. But I've just got a feeling that it's going to be one of 3 realistically. You never know. I'll put a choice as other. United, says Batman Night Fan. Hey there, Gungshi. How you been, mate? Hope you're doing well, you absolute don. How's it going, sir? Great to see you in here, mate. And everybody else who's in here. Sorry if I missed any of you. Batman Night Fan, Asher Katana. Hey, Vincent Bullock. What's going on? You haven't missed much yet. I've just put a cheeky little poll up. So I've just put Eriksen, ? Let me know. Have a vote in the live chat where you think he's going to end up. United, Brentford, Spurs, or elsewhere. I do think it will be United, and I'm going to vote for United personally because, well, we're the best club of one of those clubs, even if we might not have Champions League football right now. So what are Spurs going to do in the Champions League this year, guys? Okay, even with Conte there, yeah, what they going to do? They'll do classic Spursy things. They'll just probably melt out at the group stage more than likely. Spurs are not going to go on and win anything in there. And then in regards to, they are building, though they probably are expected to be a bit better than last season. Conte's done well. If he signs the right sort of players, they're making strides. You just never know. But I don't think that's a concern. Brentford is also, well, let's face it, Brentford is a good place for him to go and play his football. But anyway, thank you, Rushmano. He says, subscribe to the channel. Yes, everyone, do us a mad favour and hit that thumbs up button if you're just getting in here. Give us a little like spike. It helps boost us up on the algorithm. And also hit the subscribe button if you're new. We're actually nearly, not too far away now, believe it or not, from 59,000 subscribers. So please do hit that subscribe button if you're new to the show and get your opinions in. Everybody's welcome here. Well, that's kind of covering up the whole live chat, isn't it, that vote? To be fair, 67% of people voted have said that it's Manchester United, 23% say Brentford, 7 say Spurs, 2 say other. I think that's pretty definitive already. So I'm going to end that poll there, but most people think they will go to United, 68% of the live chat. Love that, guys. Hopefully that's the case. We do need some cover in that area. I mean, if he did go somewhere else, it's not the end of the world, is it? It's not the end of the world, because I think the deeper positions in midfield are where we need to focus the most, i.e. De Jong, and getting someone else in ideally to go alongside De Jong. And we've got Bruno Fernandes, you've got wide players. We do definitely need some cover there though. But it wouldn't be the end of the world if we didn't get Eriksen. But I just think it's such a good signing because he's a free transfer. He's cheap in that sense. And he's also just a really good player. Like he's super technically good. Like there's a lot of people in the live chat that think that Christian Eriksen is perhaps better than Bruno and should be maybe starting, ahead of Bruno Fernandes. So I'm just going to get that in the live chat, guys. Let's have a little vote on that. Who starts? Who would you start? I mean, for me, it's Bruno Fernandes because obviously he is just way more. He's been at the club and he's done some incredible things. On his day, he's absolutely unplayable. Christian Eriksen is consistently a great player, though, and he's just a great creator, great set-piece taker, great vision, creation, all that sort of stuff. So it's not an easy decision, but for Man United, I know we saw a bad Bruno Fernandes this last season just gone, but I just personally think that Bruno Fernandes is our guy. And what I like about having Christian Eriksen coming in is it just gives Bruno Fernandes a bit more competition for his place. which would be very nice because, let's face it, this season he was shite. Exactly, Rushmano. He says Eriksen is great competition. Exactly, so he'll come in. He'll provide us great cover as well and the ability to rotate. So we'll see lots of different combinations, I'm sure, because we've got options in the wide areas. I'm not saying they're great options, but on the left side, you've got options of Rashi, Ilanga, and of course, if we do sign another winger, I mean, he could still even play Sancho out there. And also Martial, and then it just gives you options in the center of the attacking mid there, and also even Eriksen can play in those sort of wider attacking positions, I suppose. Remember like how Juan Mata used to play for us. I don't really like that as a wide player. I like my wide players to have a lot of pace and be taking people on and that sort of stuff, but he could be versatile enough to pop in there if you need him to. So definitely think he would be a fantastic signing. In fact, for the fact that he would be £0, we would have to, of course, pay money. Thank you, Pugu Content, for subscribing. We would have to pay money, of course, on a signing-on basis, agent fees, this kind of thing. The salary would probably be slightly higher than it would be if we were signing him for money. But all things considered, it would be a 10 out of 10 signing, I think, for our purposes. I mean, he's only coming in really to be a squad rotation player at best, I think. But for the replacement of the likes of Lingy and Mata, it's a fantastic replacement for a free transfer who's a really good player. It's actually an upgrade on well, maybe not Mata, but maybe arguably on Mata because Mata's aging, of course. Mata's been a great player. But Eriksen is definitely an upgrade on the likes of Lingy and stuff like that. So he's a more technical player, a player that Ten Hag would absolutely like to play this. So that's the update on Christian Eriksen. We're still waiting on that one, folks. In regards to Malacia, well, it's, the last update from Fab, I think earlier on today, was basically Malacia agents United are direct contact today in order to discuss an agreement on personal terms. Feelings are positive on United's side to get the deal done soon. Feyenoord would receive 15 million euros plus 2 million euros in add-ons. And then also, that's basically what this basically says as well in regards to another source. So lots of different outlets reporting that we've been speaking with them today. We've been trying to thresh out those personal terms and get an agreement there. And it's pretty much expected that that'll be absolutely fine. So really, we're looking at a time frame for Malacia of 24 to 48 hours. And we're also looking for a time frame of Christian Eriksen in the next week, hopefully. And then that takes us on to the next person who will probably be in around about that time as well, which is Mr. Frenkie de Jong. And there's just updates coming out. Florian Plettenberg from Sky Sports Germany basically said that update on de Jong. Ten Hag wanted him. He will get him. The deal is in the final stages. De Jong is on the verge of joining Manchester United. He's been told that de Jong could be presented at the weekend, but it's not 100% safe right now. There are plans to present him in the stadium. Okay, fantastic scenes, guys. Fantastic scenes. So it's Wednesday now. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but hopefully if that is the case, hopefully we could get de Jong in very, very soon. He's definitely a player that we want to get in early as possible now. We've negotiated for weeks and weeks and weeks. Let's get this guy in. I think you'll see domino effect as well. Once this guy's in and Ten Hag knows he's got his man, the guy to run the midfield, and a significant amount of our budget spent, that's where we can really start to sort of crack down on other positions in the team. And yes, we're getting the left back position sorted out, it seems, by getting Tyrell Malacia. We're also getting the another position, the backup position really for Bruno, maybe sorted out with Eriksen coming in. And then you just got to ideally get another mid, a centre back, and a right back, and a right wing, and you're absolutely sorted out, my friends. So it's taken shape, guys. This transfer window's taken shape at the moment. We'll have to judge it on what it's like come the end of the window. As I was mentioning earlier on in my video today, I'm just going to say that the recruitment so far, the way that they've gone about it, I think is actually quite a good tactic of how they're doing it. Just how they've waited for Olympique Lyon to negotiate a deal and almost have the deal done, but then just to swoop in and offer a couple of million more and hijack the deal. Absolutely shrewd stuff. Love it. Let the other teams negotiate for peanuts. Let's not us get bent over because everyone knows we've got loads of cash. Let's other teams do it. Oh, Zayn Miasi's got in here. Zayn Miasi with a super chat. What's going on, Zayn? He says, Pig, our documentary will get more viewings than Peaky Blinders. And no combined. We will use the funds to buy more players. Up the Arsenal. Zane, you are seriously off your tits, mate, aren't you? Get in there, Rojo and Roni. Nice one, my friends. Appreciate that. You are seriously off your tits, aren't you, Zane Miassi? But hey, fair enough. I kind of like that, man. I kind of like that. You know, to be fair, I would have thought that your documentary will probably make about £7.50, to be honest with you, Zane. You know what I mean? I mean, it's available on Prime for a start. Okay, they probably paid quite a lot for the rights. But you know what? I'm not going to be watching that shite, mate. So, I'm not going to be watching that shite. Let's ask the live chat. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're going to watch that shite. Smash a 2 in the live chat if you're not going to watch that shite. Let me know. I'm in the 2 house. I'm not going to watch that shite. Anyway, Zane, are you high? Says watch out Malacia. So that's going to appeal to the Arsenal Hollands fan base, isn't it, basically? Owen says, his talk says, yeah, lots of people saying hell no for jokes. Gungshi says hell no. I definitely will not be watching that shite. Rush Bono says no, I'll be washing my eyebrows. Oh my goodness me. Right, let's just have a look at this poll that we put up. It's actually really close. I'm actually kind of surprised about that, folks. So people have got reasonably short memories, but then again, there is a thing called like recency bias, and it works both ways. And Bruno has been shite recently, okay? So we're thinking of Bruno as being an absolute mare of a player, when in actuality, he was like fantastic for us for a solid 18 months. I've still got belief that Bruno could come back and get to being that player again for us. He always works very hard for us, and I just think he's a classy individual. He's not been good this season. He's been absolutely bang average. But like many other players, I feel a new system, a new belief, a new season, new signings around the place, a new sense of direction, new confidence, new manager, new tactics, all the everything that this is going to, to bring around could actually have that big positive effect on a lot of these gash players, such as Bruno Fernandes, who we know is a great player but was pitiful this season, or Rashford, who we know is a great player but was absolutely gash-tastic this season, or Slabby no, I'm just kidding. Slabby Maguire's a lost cause, guys. But some of these players can be brought back into contention. They can be brought back into being really great players again, as long as they are given what they need, and as long as they actually work hard themselves and believe in themselves, and also Ten Hag does well, and they adapt well to the system, and they just work. They got to put the maximum effort in as well to get in this team. Absolutely. When the mod's at, folks. When the mod's at, folks. So anyway, yes, absolutely. Let me take care of this, my friend. But anywho, so what was I going to say, folks? That's throwing me off. That has so many comments coming in the live chat there from the same person. Do us a favor and smash that like button on it if you haven't done so, folks. If you're just joining us, I'm just seeing there's 335 you legends in here. Let's see if we can get 335 likes. It's free to smash a like, and it helps us compete with the clickbait charlatans and also the corporation channels. So smash that thumbs up. If you enjoy the show, help us out. Nice one. Also subscribe if you're new to the show and get yourself in the chat for your opinions. Right, folks, I've got plenty to get into. Let me just get on to the next stuff. So De Jong is looking very good, guys. There's an update on De Jong. We've done Malacia. Of course, we know that it's relatively realistic that we're probably going to get Christian Eriksen as well. We don't know that, but hopefully that's the case. And in regards to De Jong, that's all looking very, very positive, and probably will be in the next sort of week. That's the time frame we've got from that. Maybe we should get a sweepstakes going, guys. What date do you think that De Jong signs on? I'm choosing the 3rd of July. No, let's go 4th of July, Independence Day. That's right. And let's hope it's a new independence for Manchester United, because it means we've got some creative freedom in the centre of the park there, with De Jong creating the play and getting us going and actually being able to create. Nice FC football. We got 123 likes on the stream. So thank you very much for letting me know. I'm just going to get rid of that because it's covering up the live chat, isn't it? We've had enough votes anyway. Thank you to the 200 legends that have already voted there. 200 votes, but only 130 likes. What's that all about? Bruno, 61% of the vote. Who starts? Okay, so I'm with you guys. I think the majority is correct here. I think that Eriksen's really coming in to provide competition and cover for Bruno. Bruno's still going to be the main man up there. He signed a new contract recently, didn't he? I mean, can we just talk about that for a second? That was fucking farcical, guys. I mean, why are we signing? What's that all about? There's a new manager coming in the summer. We know that for sure. He's got a contract for years. It may well be shite money that he probably deserves a lot more than. But at the same time, He's not even had a great season. Let him prove himself. Okay, he wants to be made happy. Well, let's see some bloody good performances then, and then the new guy can decide what you're worth to the squad. I think that's absolutely ridiculous that we signed up Bruno Fernandes to a new contract before the new guy was in just a few months before, because what's that all about? Look, okay, chances are the new guy would want Bruno Fernandes, but I just think it's crazy to just give people too much too soon. He's had a ropey season, let's let him finish the season and let's let the new guy come in and then let's talk monies. He's already contracted for years. He wasn't going anywhere, but no, I just thought that was really strange timing from the club. It's not really a big deal. But anyway, I'm going to end that poll there. So Bruno Fernandes wins. And I think, but that's very close though. 40% of the chat basically said Christian Eriksen. So that goes to show you what a quality player Eriksen is and what a good signing he would be if we did indeed get him on a free transfer, wouldn't it? It'd be fantastic. Right. So, yeah. So also in regards to his wages, so just good to go back to Tyrell Malacia. Tyrell Malacia is set to receive a big pay rise at United, obviously, signing a big contract in a team in the Premier League. He earns at the moment £13,000 a week before tax at Feyenoord, which, to be fair, is a serious shitload of cash. But it's absolute peanuts compared to even most teenagers in the Premier League. So, it is a big amount of money that he's going to get, an increase in. So he's going to be very happy, I think, with the terms that are offered by United. I mean, we could probably offer him, I don't know. I mean, if he's on 13k, 50 grand a week. I mean, I don't really know what it's. I mean, I don't know really what we would pay this guy. Depends what sort of a role he's being offered by Ten Hag. Depends how much of a big key role he's going to have in the team. But if he's going to play second fiddle to the likes of Luke Shaw, then chances are we're going to be trying to get this guy for as cheap as possible, really. But let's ask the live chat. How much do you think, just for fun? I mean, look, who knows? He's a 22-year-old left back. He could be getting 100k a week, or he could be getting 50k a week. But let's ask the live chat, how much money do you think he'll be on at Manchester United a week? He's on at the moment £13,000 a week. 75k says Amit Kumar. Malacia 40 to 50. Yeah, I think you're probably right there, Rajat Felicia, round about there. Yeah, I think it's a decent amount of cash, to be fair. It's a big step up. Because he's paid such a little amount now, it does represent a huge boost for him coming to Manchester United and being paid 50 or 60 grand a week. So I'm pretty sure he'd want to come to us. United Forever thinks 35. Batman says 85. 100 says Mark Oliver. 39, triple what he's getting, says Divish Aurora. 50k says Cockney Red. 26 says Vinny Bullock. Fair enough, yeah. Well, whatever it is, it will be a significant amount more than what he's getting at Feyenoord. So, and also, he'll just be playing in the Premier League, he'll playing a good role in the team. I mean, it's expected that he's going to sign for us, right? I think it's fair to say that Lyon are pretty much out of the running. We understand that because of the situation there where we've gone in for a late bid, they'd already had an agreement in place really with Feyenoord, but for a little bit less money than what we had. And maybe they were not prepared to match that deal basically that we were offering. They didn't want to get into any sort of a bidding war with Manchester United. So that's really the situation there. It's like really the path is clear for us to get Malacia, even though he had agreed to join somebody else, because Man United's a bigger club. We can probably pay a little bit more money. We can also offer him that appealing role in the team where he's going to be playing with Dutch teammates and he's going to be playing under Ten Hag, a Dutch manager. So it does make a heck of a lot of sense. For him, from a personal point of view, it does make a bit of sense. Also, we got a little bit more about talks between Man United and the representatives progressed well, and that everyone's confident that it will be going through very, very shortly within the next day or so. And it's understood also that Alex Telles will more than likely depart Man United if a good offer comes in for him. So there are reports that, Porto may well be interested in him and various other clubs as well. I was saying about what we could do with him earlier on. Okay, if there's a decent offer that comes in for him, let's accept an offer. But you know what? He's such a gash defender. I think personally, he could actually play pretty well as a winger, guys. We talked about maybe having the issues on that left-hand side. Let me just ask the live chat on this one. Yes or no? Could Alex Telles be utilised as a backup winger for us, guys? Yes or no? I think he's got pretty much what you need to be a winger. He can get down the byline. He can beat people. He's got skill. He's got good delivery. He's got balls. He's got good corners. He's got good set pieces. Only thing he's not good at is defending. So surely, he could even, surely he could do a job there. Sell him, says Sir Fire Key. Offload him, says Johan. Yes. Big T says yes. United Forever says yes. Yes, says Rajat and Batman Night Fan. Dribbling, says K Slater. Well, okay, but no, he is Brazilian after all, K Slater. He can beat people down the byline and whip a ball in, lad. Yeah, exactly, Shimi. He's basically a winger. Rushmano says he's slow. He's not that slow. He could play at left wing, says Rajat, to left mid. He could play as a defensive winger. So, yes, get rid, says Graham. Yes, says Mike GT2. Fair play. Well, look, it's not his ideal position, is it? But really, if you look at maybe some of the jobs he's done for Porto in the past, he's playing a very attacking. He's probably a good player to come on off the bench if you need an attacking fullback. But we're getting this Malacia in. So he looks very good attacking. He looks very good bombing forward, creating chances, getting shots off, all that sort of stuff as well. And he's young. And he's got a good future ahead of him. And he's a prospect. And Ten Hag will be looking forward to working with him and guiding him and developing. So, yeah, I think that there's probably no place for Alex Telles at the football club, but I think we should probably sell him. I know I said we could utilise him as an left mid, but really, we need to sell the guy because it is just too many players there. Plus, I mean, if you're going to have a third choice sort of left back, it might as well be that Alvaro Fernandes if you really need somebody to come in if there's injury issues or anything like that. So I think, yeah, you still stick with Luke Shaw. You've got Tyrell Malacia coming in. That's your left-hand side sorted out as well. And then you just try and sell Telles because he would generate cash. You might not get very much for him, maybe 10 million euros, 12 million euros, 30 million euros. I think we only paid around about that for him. So you won't get much for him, but you'll get him off the books and you'll get some cash, which can be used towards getting another player. Over on the other side, you've got two wing backs such as Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. You could sell one of those and sign another right back as well. If you really want, Denzel Dumfries has been linked. And then the centre-back positions, you've got at least two players you can offload immediately. Phil Jones, see you later on, son. Sell him to Chester United for fucking £2.50. And then you've also got Eric Bailly, injury-prone, paper-mache legs. It's a shame, but he's not really, I don't think he's ever, then again, he's a quick physical player. Maybe Ten Hag would like to give him a chance, but if there's an offer that comes in for him, surely he's saleable.
Get in there,
so there's still money that you can generate from selling a few players, most definitely. I would sell Tellers, to be fair.
Get in there, my son.
Yeah. Right, okay, so just a bit of interesting information about the De Jong deal here. So Gerard Romero, you know, the Barcelona insider who sort of originally broke this information that we were going in for De Jong in the first place. Well, he's now come out and said basically that Barcelona are trying to reach a fixed fee of 70 million euros for Frenkie de Jong to Man United. And that there'll be 15 to 20 million euros in add-ons. So slight differences in opinions here. A lot of the sort of main tier one journalists are saying things like, 65 million has been agreed and there's potentially 20 million euros in add-ons. Fabrizio Romano did indeed say earlier on today that the 85 million euro figure is what's basically fixed. It's just they're figuring out other things. They're figuring out the bonuses, the add-ons and that kind of stuff. But now that he's just said basically that Barca are trying to reach a fixed price of now 70 million euros and slightly less maybe in add-ons. So I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true, in all fairness. So I think he'll be signing for 65 million euros up front in all fairness. Mate, thank you, Martin Smith, for subscribing to the channel there, Martin Smith. Are you talking to me, Vincent, or somebody else? I'm guessing you're talking to somebody else. Hey, Berber, what's going on? You're absolutely right, mate. I'm doing the news right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, possible. Thank you, Berber. I hope you're good tonight. Sure is to get a new contract, so it looks like he's staying. I think, are you sure he's not getting a contract with Frey Bentos FC, lad? And that's not a new sponsorship deal or something? Because that's what I heard. Or Melton Mowbray FC. No, I'm just kidding. But obviously this guy is a good player. I think we saw a great season from him season before last. This season just gone, he was absolutely gash. And it was very, very disappointing. And just like most of the players, honestly, we had a disease. We were like a festering turd or something this season just gone as a team, as a unit. It was awful. There was no redeeming features at all apart from Cristiano Ronaldo, the handsome bastard up top, and David De Gea, the handsome bastard at the back. Other than that, everyone else was an absolute colossus melt. So it pretty much, anyway, more or less. So it wasn't like it was a strange thing that some of these players have been gashed. All of the team were gashed. That's what we have to understand here. We saw good players be bad. That's what we think anyway. We saw good players be bad. So hopefully, if these players will get a big kick up the arse that they need, they'll be a bit better on. Also, just in regards to, sorry, I need to talk about this. Malacia, so Tahith Chong. I mean, Tahith Chong to me is surplus, right? Let's have a vote in the live chat about Tahith Chong, guys. Would you keep or sell Tahith Chong. I think at this stage, he's never really going to break into the first team. I would sell the shit out of him, guys. And I would also sell him back to Feyenoord. Here you can see there's a little bit of information that we have seen online that basically says that Tahith Chong can return at Feyenoord. His name is once again in the Maskabal. Talks with the winger are imminent. Chong must be released from Manchester United, where he's under contract until mid-23. Interesting. So we've just done a bit of business with Feyenoord. We've had a conversation there. There's now new fresh links with Tahith Chong. It's kind of makes sense. We do need to offload a few players. We could do a generating a little bit of cash. They wanted some cheap players. Let's face it. I mean, you know, he's probably a decent standard player for a team like Feyenoord as well, just like as in a good squad player, good player to come in and do a job. And if they need him, they can have him, I think, for not very much money. And it's another player who's disappointed that we can get off the books. Same goes for players like Andreas Pereira. It's just like the time is now already. Defo, sell, says Nas. Chong as often has a bad hair day, says yo. I don't know, I think Chong's hair is fucking awesome, to be fair, man. I'd love to be able to pull that off. Keep Lindelof, says Rajat. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not bothered either way. If a good offer came in for Lindelof, I'd sell the guy. But at the same time, if one doesn't come in, then he's a good squad player to have around. Sell Chong and Tuanzebe. I didn't even talk about Tuanzebe, Techno Junk. You're absolutely right. Tuanzebe's another saleable centre-back. Maybe Ten Hag will give him chances, but he's in his mid-20s now. Is he really going to break through, burst on the scene now? I don't know. Sell him, says Andy Healy. Sell that lovely head of hair, says Stephen Carr. Did not, Sam, no. Keep, says Vincent Bullock. Yeah. Pogo says send Chong to PSV to link up with his brother Xavi Simone. Hey, fair play, Pogo Gamer. Well, he does need to get some regular football somewhere. Don't think he's ever going to get that United. I can't see him featuring in Ten Hag's plans in the squad this season very much at all. So, yeah, it's a shame, but it's not worked out for him. And then just in regards to somebody else who looks like they're on the way out as well, we know they're on the way out, which is Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson's deal will be signed and announced in the next days by Man United. This is from Fab 5 hours ago. No issues. It's been approved by Ten Hag. Loan move to Nottingham Forest in June 2023. Huge move for Nottingham Forest. The deal won't include any buy option clause as reported last week. So it's just a straight loan, folks. He's gone for loan. We'll still retain ownership of this guy, and he will come back to Manchester United in the summer. It's a straight loan move to Nottingham Forest. Maybe this is Ten Hag planning for the future because he wants a player who's got better sweeper-keeper technical abilities maybe, and also, just maybe better distribution than the likes of David De Gea, because that is one area of David De Gea's game where a lot of people criticise him. I still think you've got to give him the chance under Ten Hag because he's been so great for us, and he's one of the only players who deserves to play for us at the moment. So you've got to stick with De Gea. But, in the future, it's possible in a season or two, if De Gea does go, maybe that this guy could take over. And also, it's possible as well, if he's out on loan, it's possible that maybe at the end of the summer next year, obviously, we could get this guy back. And if Ten Hag feels like David De Gea is not the guy for him, maybe he's got a ready-made keeper there who will be the right sort of player for him. So there is that possibility. I think it does make sense. I mean, in a way, it'd be nice to sell him and get 20 mil to be able to buy a player. But in another way, he's an option for you as well. And even in the future, like if let's say there's a real bad situation where David De Gea gets injured and Tom Heaton gets injured, everyone gets injured. If it's a straight loan deal, often there's fees. This situation will involve a fee, but sometimes you can have a recall from loan sort of clause in there where you would pay the money back for the fee, essentially, which sounds a bit extreme, but it's just there as a backup option. We don't know what the deal is. Chad Washington, thank you for subscribing, and Andy Healy. Thank you, Mitch Clark. How you doing, Mitch? Great to see you, but I hope you're having a great night, pal. He says, let's get this to 200 likes. Great advice there from Mitch Clark. Please do smash that thumbs up button, everybody, if you're just joining us. That's right. Give it a cheeky little Baker Brigade like spike and smash the thumbs up. Let's be having you. Thank you, everyone, for that. And also, if you're new to the channel, just hit the old subscribe button. We're on here every single day and night, giving you the latest United updates in a no bullshit, no clickbait way. So do get involved with us if you are new to the show. And we also read everybody's comments out, and we have a big Q&A at the end, and we've got a community vibe on the go here. So you don't need to super chat. You don't need to be a member. You don't need to, you don't need to be a member like Matty Norton, who's been a member for 21 months to have your comment read out, but it helps. No, I'm just kidding. But he says, over a year in the Bacon Brigade. Let's just address that real quick. Thank you very much for being a member of this channel for nearly 2 years. Matt Norton, I ain't seen you for a little bit. I hope you're doing fantastic. Get in there, you legend. Let's get a hashtag 21 in the live chat. Edinson Cavani's number. Ooh, controversial. Mate, thank you so much, dude. 21 months, a legend of the Bacon Brigade. Get in there, lad. Thank you so much for supporting this show and being a channel member. Yes, Brett Southard. I definitely think that De Jong will sign now. I mean, there's, like you just said there, sounds like he doesn't want to come. I mean, it's not that he doesn't want to come, it's that he doesn't really want to leave Barcelona. But Barcelona really want to sell him. Barcelona need the money. And so therefore, it's not really a case. I mean, he could kick up a fuss and throw the toys out the pram, but if he really likes Barca, he's not going to want to be there and be, cause hostilities and all that sort of stuff and stay against the whole club's will. If he's pushed out the door, if they're prepared to accept an offer from United, he will go to United. I think we must have assurances already that that's the case. There's no way that United would, publicly and of course behind closed doors, negotiate with Barcelona for weeks on end and take up all this time of the transfer window if we didn't have a very strong basis with Frenkie de Jong that he will come to Manchester United as long as we've got an agreement in place. That's basically how it is. We wouldn't be doing this otherwise. It would be mental. Imagine if we agree. Imagine if tomorrow, it's announced Manchester United and Barca officially reach an agreement. And then a couple hours later, hang on, Frenkie de Jong said he doesn't want to go. You know what I mean? It would be preposterous. There's been chats, Ten Hag, there's been conversations, phone calls. Of course there's been this sort of stuff going on in the background. We're not going to be doing all this dirty laundry out in public for weeks unless we're going to actually be able to, hang it out at the end of it. I think, all right, Andy Healy says, how many players do you think we can get in before the window closes? Mate, so my personal opinion is 5, but 7 in an ideal world. But that's just not realistic, is it? But hear me out, this is my transfer blueprint for Ten Hag, should he wish to follow it. If you're listening, Eric, just take notes, my son, okay? We know you're a listener, Eric Ten Hag. We know he listens to the channel. Just get your pen and paper out real quick now, son. Okay, so he's got Malacia in there for cheap amounts of money. That's 15 million of the budget gone there. De Jong's coming in for an initial 65 plus 25 million euros down the line. That is a significant amount of the budget gone there. Let's say 65 million pounds. That makes 80 million pounds. Okay, nice. Eriksen signing for free. His wages, not an issue because we've had Pogba, Cavani, Matic, Mata, all these guys go. Lingard on big money, not an issue. Sign him up. Won't feel the impact of that at all. Nice one. Those 3 players sorted out. Then what Manchester United need to do is go to Ajax, double raid with the remaining 80 million that we've got left from 150 million budget. Double raid for Antony and Lisandro Martinez. Sorted out, mate. Nice one. 100 million euros. No, 80 million euros. Whatever it may be. 100 million euros for both of them. Whatever. Let's be having you. And then what we do is, then we probably have to, we spent about 150 million then. That's a lot of money. Then what we'll have to do is just do a cheeky little sale, get rid of a couple of the gash merchants or players that don't necessarily fit Ten Hag style. See you later on, Alex Telles. See you later on, Mr. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. As much as I think he's a great defender, maybe he doesn't fit Ten Hag style, could be used to generate 30 million pounds. See you later on, son. How's about see you later, Bailly, Jones, Twanzebe? More cash generated. What's that? 40 million, 50 million that you've got extra now in order to buy a couple of players more? Nice one. Let's get Tielemans. You know what I'm saying? Like that, let's get Dumfries. Get in there, Mike. There's no reasons why not. Alan Denver, thank you so much for your subscription and subscribing to the channel, mate. That's awesome. Shit, I missed the super chat, man. I'm very sorry. Dude, Matty Norton, thank you very much for getting in here with your super chat. He says the deal for De Jong was almost slabhead and 15 million in add-ons, but United said no. Bloody hell. Oh man, that makes me laugh when I hear about that. When I hear about that link with Barcelona wanting Harry Maguire. Bloody hell. What did they want him for, guys? A fucking doorstop. You know what I mean? What do they want him for? Is their fucking smeg fridge in the canteen broken down or what? Like, what do they want him for? Anyway, that makes me laugh. But yes, CZ Bam says, yes, Pig, get Tielemans in. Oh, nice, Vincent. He says, we've got 192 likes. Awesome, Vincent. But we're nearly at 200. Keep smashing it up, guys, if you're just joining. Thank you very much, dudes. And so Tielemans would be a fantastic shout. Great player. Premier League experience. Young. Good addition. Not a lot of money. Leicester probably looking to have to sell because he's made it known that he's not staying at the club. Fabrizio's reported many times that he's indicated that he will not be staying and that he'll be trying to find a new club. So it's just really expected that he will leave this summer because they'll be able to generate the most cash for him now and be able to reinvest and buy another midfielder. But right now, there's a few clubs that are sniffing around him, most notably Arsenal Hollands, and also Man United is supposed to have this interest in him. A few sources reported earlier on today that Man United are still interested and still monitoring the situation. And like we've discussed about our recruitment style so far in this window, we don't seem to be panicking too much. We seem to be just sort of letting other teams do a lot of the business, do a lot of the negotiations, and then we're going to swoop in with a bid close to the end of it once all the dirty work is done for us. Teams see us coming a mile off when we go in for transfers for players that only us are interested in. They really do seem to bend us over. But when there's other teams interested in, and we can just go in and highlight these players that we can obtain, that other teams have also highlighted that they can obtain and they want, but we got a more realistic chance of doing it, we can just swoop in, a la this Malacia deal with Lyon and a la Lisandro Martinez. So Arsenal, the situation there is Martinez is on their list, and they've obviously had another offer in there, reported €40 million offer now as well. They're looking to negotiate and maybe get this deal done for Lisandro Martinez. But the thing is, as soon as United go in for the same offer or slightly better, they're going to accept. And then Lisandro Martinez is going to go to Man United because he's not going to play for those fucking North London bottle merchants Arsenal Hollands, is he? When he's got his mate Ten Hag, who saved him from the fucking favelas of Argentina, my son, a few years back, and brought him into Ajax and made him a great footballer. He's not going to go and sign for Arsenal Hollands if we want him. So as soon as the deal is maybe negotiated with Arsenal, we're just going to swoop in again. And we're gonna be able to get this guy. I mean, that's the situation with it. We're expected to be going in for another bid at some point soon for Lisandro Martinez. Whether or not that materialises, it's another question. But we're hoping so. And it's another player. It makes sense for Ten Hag because he is a centre back, but he's also a defensive midfielder. He can play both. So any day where you're feeling like Slabby Maguire's an absolute liability, he can come in there and partner Varane. And also, if you would need somebody to just sit behind De Jong and allow De Jong the freedom to create and get forward a little bit more, then he can do that as well. So I think it's absolutely a shrewd signing for the right price. And it also allows us to stitch Arsenal up a little bit. And it also is a situation where Arsenal are doing all the dirty legwork in order of the negotiations, and we're just going to swoop in like a fucking hawk right at the end like we have done with this Malacia deal and hijack that shit, guys. Come on, United! Let's go! We're going to get a few good players in this window. I can feel it. Can feel it in my piggy loins, guys. Okay. Yes to Antony, says Richard. He does hate us, it seems, Anthony Leeback. WG seems to hate us quite a lot. So we'll have a big Q&A at the end, folks, but what I'm going to do is just get through the rest of the news here, and then we'll have a big discussion and cover it. So, so as we've mentioned, you know, Tahith Chong is close to a move from Feyenoord to Feyenoord, sorry. It's actually kind of expected that maybe we've had some negotiations that have taken place, you know, with them since he's come in. So there's a little bit of an update for you there, guys. He's close to a move to Feyenoord. It could well happen. It's possible anyway, because he's realistic to be surplus to requirements at United, and we've probably had some discussions, and there's just a lot of rumours going around this evening that Tahith Chong to Feyenoord is a thing. So hopefully that could be the case. I think we do need to get rid of a few players like that who are just never going to play for the first team. Tahith Chong, Andreas Pereira, Phil No Bones Jones, etc. These guys all need to be sacked off. So, also, after a request from Feyenoord, Lyon upped their bid to almost match Man United's for Tyrell Malacia, apparently. But the player decided he preferred to move to Old Trafford. And also, Lyon didn't want to get involved in a bidding war. And so, therefore, they just withdrew from it. Get in there, my son! Which is very, very positive stuff. Also, we got some comments here from Rob Dawson as well in regards to Erik Ten Hag and about the squad and some of his style and approach this season. And it makes for some interesting reading as well, just in terms of his comments. Don F, sorry I missed that, bro. Don F says, F it, pig, I'll say it. We are winning the league. Don F, mate. Does the F in your name stand for freaking crazy? Because I love it, mate. I love your optimism. All of a sudden, you never know. Listen, if you have a really good transfer window, if Man United to have my dream window is 7 players. It's 7 players. It's something that looks a little bit like Dumfries, Tielemans, De Jong, Eriksen, Malacia, Antony, and also Martinez. Is that all 7? Yeah. You know, that's the dream window. If you actually had a window like that, just say that the unthinkable happens and Man United do sign those 7 players. You just never know, do you? If everything goes really well, if the players perform, if Ten Hag's style doesn't take too long to instill into the team, and if these players are really, really going for it and showing maximum effort levels and have a really positive start to the season, if you have a really good start and you just build on that and the momentum's with you and you get the belief behind you, anything can happen. People always say it's ridiculous that United could win the league, and it is. In all fairness, because we're 35 points off of City last season, and those teams, Liverpool and City, just so far ahead. But it's not beyond the realms of possibility. And Leicester City won the league when they really had no right to. Remember that? Everybody thought the wheels were going to fall off every single weekend, and it just never seemed to. They just kept on trucking away until they were champions. That's what can happen. That's what momentum and belief and confidence can do. And that's also what having a tremendous transfer window can do. If you can get the right players in and plug those problem areas, all of a sudden you can have yourself a real team. Second or third, says Andy Healy. Right, let's ask the chat then. Good question, actually, Andy. Where do you think Man United will finish if we do have a good transfer window and as things are shaping up? Let's just think. I think 4th place, really. I don't think we're going to do any better than 4th. But look, if you do get 7 players, like I just said, who knows? Jarvis Cocker, thank you for the super chat, mate. He says, Barca is selling Umtiti. Would you take him? Umtiti. Would I take Samuel Umtiti? Maybe if we couldn't get anybody else. What is he, like 27 now? I mean, he's a bit injury prone, isn't he? He is a good player. He is, of course, a good player. Big money, though. Wouldn't it be on big money? And also, wouldn't it be quite injury prone as well? I mean, we've already got Rafael Varane at the back. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Probably not. I don't think he's right for us right now. But he is a good player. I mean, I would like Ten Hag to be able to sign his sort of own Ten Hag players. We understand that the transfer policy is essentially to go and raid the Netherlands or go and raid Dutch teams and players that he's played with or that he's admired from afar, such as Malacia. Zayn Miasi's got in here with a raw super chat, lad, and he says, Piggy, Jesus will be better than any signing you get. Have a cigar and smoke on that, says Zayn Miasi. Nah, you're right, Zayn. I don't smoke cigars, pal, you know what? But clearly you smoke crack. Because Gabriel Jesus is, for a start, we could sign nobody in this transfer window, and your statement would still be wrong. He still wouldn't be better than any of our signings, even if we sign nobody. Because I'll tell you something, Gabriel Jesus is a bang average bang merchant, my son. Wait and see. Will he get you more goals than he did for City this year? Yes, I think he will score more than 8, which is what he scored for City this year in the league. But will he get many more? He's getting double that at best. 15. Let's ask the live chat. If he plays week in, week out, guys, how many goals do you think Gabriel Jesus gets for Arsenal this season in the Premier League? Let me know. I'm saying 15 tops. That's right, 15 tops. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to be the guy to get you 25 goals a season, mate. He's not going to be that guy. You think he might be. Pep Guardiola's gone, oh, what's that? Erling Haaland's available. Let's fucking go and get him because Gabriel Jesus ain't going to do jack shit for me up top. He's not my next Aguero. He knows that. You don't know that, but he knows that. That's why he sacked him off so readily, lad. 10 tops, says Andy Heaney. 10 says Kickass. 10 says Chris Hansen. 5 says Pogo Gamer. 0 says Paul. 7 says Zelix Flames. 8 says Batman Night Fan. Gaz Newton, what's going on? He says 14. Sub 2 says Rashford ain't never scored 4 goals in the Premier League. Jesus over Rashford. That's where you're totally incorrect, Sub 2. I mean, you're totally wrong there. CZ Bam says, hey, Pig, I know the answer already, but Jesus or Martial. 14 goals, says Adam Squiff. Danny Ings is better than the new Messiah, says Rush Barno. Yeah, that's right. You should have bought Danny Ings. Just ask yourself this, Zane. Why is Pep so readily, okay with discarding him, mate? That's what you have to say. He knows he's got an upgrade. Erling Haaland's a proper upgrade. Richard Menor says Jesus and Nketiah up top. Arsenal 6 foot best, said Richard. I love that, Richard. Abdi says Jesus 8 while playing for City, Rashford 4 while playing for United. Yeah, but look at all the assists he's got as well for us. You can't. Rashford's not a striker out and out. He's a winger. Say Miasi, thank you so much for the 449 super chat. You're an absolute don. He says, Pig, Spurs and Arsenal have bought better than you have, and they finished higher. So logically, how will you finish 4th? Well, this is how we finish 4th logically, Zane. This is I'll break it down for you, Zane Miasi. So, You said Spurs and Arsenal have bought better than us. You're absolutely right, Zane. You really have bought better than us right now, mate. Yeah, you really have done. So has fucking, Asda. Everybody's bought better than us right now. So has fucking, so has Mr. Popeye the Sailor Man, mate. Everyone's bought better than us right now. You know why? Because we haven't bought anybody yet, Zane. We're only just getting started, Zane. You don't judge us now. Judge us in a few weeks when we've actually signed some players. And then we'll be saying, oh, De Jong's better than any of your signings that you've made. And then we'll be saying, oh, Antony is going to be the next fucking Brazilian Don. And we've got him. And we'll be also saying, hey, how's about that cheeky deal with Lisandro Martinez where we fucking stitched you up and took him for a couple of million euros more than you fucking negotiated all summer long for, son. And we swooped in like Ten Hag, like a big falcon. And he's just fucking gone, do one, son. How are you going to feel then? How are you going to feel then? And that's how we'll finish fourth, mate, because we'll sign really good players between now and the start of the season. Most likely a good flurry of players will be coming in before we go away on tour. And that's how we do it. We haven't signed anybody yet, but once we get going and they start coming in, it will be unstoppable. It'll be unstoppable. Certainly better than Arsenal holders. You know what's funny? Last season and this season, more or less, Arsenal spent a lot of money on players. But most of the players that they're bringing in, I'm looking at going, those are fucking bang average signings. Are Arsenal really looking to finish looking sixth every single season? Because they're signing the right sort of players to go about it. That's my belief anyway. So, I'm not worried at all by the likes of Jesus. If you manage to get a player like Martinez, if you manage to get a player like Tielemans, if you manage to get a player like Rafinha, then maybe we would be feeling a little bit worried. But you haven't got any of these players, Zane. So... but thank you for doing the negotiations for us, for the Lisandro Martinez deal. It really does help us. Thank you to your recruitment team for doing the legwork. We will swoop in later on and finalise the transfer. Nice one. Nearly 400 legends watching, guys. Smash that thumbs up button. Hit the like button. It's free. That's all we ask. Drop a like on it. Let's see if we can get 300 likes on this stream. And also, I'll say it again quickly here. Drop that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We're on here every day giving you the latest updates. And we are basically one of the oldest Man United channels on YouTube. Nearly 10 years old now, this channel. Get in there, my son. And we cover all the latest news, all the latest goings on in a no bullshit, no clickbait way. So get yourself involved. We're on here usually every afternoon and every evening as well, giving you the day's updates for the transfer window. And also if there's breaking news, we jump on and cover that as well. So make sure you click the old bell icon, click the subscribe button and get yourself in there. Just wanted to talk about this before we get back onto the transfers, because this sort of stuff really grinds my gears, guys. So, look, we're talking about the Glazers a couple of weeks ago. It seems like there hasn't been any hashtag Glazers out chat for the last couple of days, because we're all preoccupied with talking about, signing all these players and then finally spending some money. Well, that should be the absolute bare minimum that these twats should do. Let's just get a little hashtag Glazers out and a green and gold emoji fest in there. Because also, look at this. There's just a little piece by Laurie Whitwell tonight, basically on The Athletic. And it just said that, and he tweeted out this, and this is just a bit of a summary, but it says, as written in March 2021, when Avram Glazer sold £72.5 million of shares with no cash going to the club, all evidence shows money is main motivator to family ownership. Dividends, another strand. Team could clearly benefit from an extra 23 million a year in the bank. So, usually what clubs do is they pay dividends out to shareholders when there's profits. But let's face it, if you're not actually, okay, there might be financial profits, but it's not a successful season. And we know that the debt went up 60 million. So essentially what they've done, if they just restructured things in order to make it seem like there's a profit so they can pay dividends, this sort of stuff is very questionable. They're just shithouses, guys. Hashtag Glazers out. This is the bare minimum they should do. If they do sign the 7 players that I said this summer that I would dream to get, if that was possible, which is not, but if they did do that, it would still be Glazers out, because they would only be doing it just to appease us. They'd only be doing it because that's what they have to do, just to keep Manchester United competitive. They know that they're significantly far away. I mean, it seems like the new approach, the new style, Murtow, recruitment and stuff, and Arnold, these sorts of, Ed Woodward getting out of the club, basically. It seems like this could bring about a period of positivity and a bit of change, but let's hope that that's the case, and let's hope that it's not just another couple more years of Glazer shithousery. Yeah, Outlaw Torn says stop overpaying for players. Absolutely. What's everyone saying Zane for? Oh, Zane's got in there again with a super chat. Zane, thank you, Zane Miassi, for getting in here, man. He says, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, better attack. United fans are nervous like a girl on a Tinder date. Zane, it's not just girls who are nervous on Tinder dates, mate, to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Zane Miassi, what you on about, bro? Saka is a good player, yeah. Martinez is a good player, yeah. Jesus, he's fucking bang average, son. Odegaard is good, but he doesn't make me upset at all. Smith Rowe, what you've just described as a mid-table attack there, Zane. That's what you just described. You do realise that, yes? It's a poor showing, mate. I mean, for a start, all I have to say is one player and you're already trumped. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Compete with that, my son. Even in a shit Manchester United side last season, he still managed to bang in more goals than any of your shithouse players, lad. So that's all I have to say is Cristiano Ronaldo up top. Outlaw Taunton says Maitland, Niles and Bellerin are also returning to Arsenal this year. Good. So yeah, shithouse Glazers out, guys, and they're an absolute disgrace. Just so you know, just on Arsenal quickly, Zane. So I don't know if you heard me say it earlier, but Arsenal are expected to face stern competition from Manchester United for the signing of Lisandro Martinez. He's understood, where basically Ten Hag's understood to be pushing for it. So he is a player that obviously has been coached by Ten Hag and he's got that relationship with. And if the price is right, he doesn't want to see him go to Arsenal when we've still got a significant amount of our budget left and we need a centre-back. If the Timber deal is dead, I think the Lisandro deal becomes a go-ahead for United. The DM, he's a DM and a centre-back. It's perfect sort of signing for us right now. I mean, let's ask the live chat. I mean, this isn't obviously as advanced or as likely at the moment as, you know, Malacia or De Jong. But let's just ask the live chat. Where do you think Martinez is playing his football next season? Does he stay at Ajax, guys? Does he go to Arsenal? Or does he go to Manchester United? Or does he go somewhere else? Let us know in the live chat where you think Martinez will be come the start of the new season. Are we getting him, says Rajat? Well, there's some links with him. I mean, for a start, Ten Hag's got the relationship there. Arsenal, of course, have had bids in there for him. We know that much as well. We have been alerted to the fact that he will be going to Arsenal more than likely if we don't sign him. Now that the De Jong deal looks pretty much like it's going to go ahead and we've allocated a lot of the wages and stuff, well, there's nothing stopping us from going to sign Lisandro Martinez, is there? United says Bucks fan. United says Brave. Arsenal says Brett. Ajax says Scott Berg. United says Batman Knight fan. Ajax says Kickass. Arsenal says Jamaican. Everyday Malacia says J.A. 15 says Muwaka Chinedu. How you doing? I think you're a little bit behind the chat. Are you there, bud? Malacia is shit, says J.A. He's absolutely not shit, J.A. Not at all, mate. You need to go watch some vids. You need to go do your research, lad. I've done a bit of research on him. I've been watching some vids. Saw him in the Conference League game against Roma, where he absolutely fucking looked fantastic. And he looked very positive, very good. Watch a bunch of the other game highlights and stuff. Look, it doesn't show you the whole picture, but he looks like a very good talent at 22. And he does remind me, you know, you can never know, future Patrice Evra, my son. Because he's like that, got that short stature, that pace about him, you know. So you just never know, my friend, what this player's future could hold. He could turn out to be a great player for us. Super chat. We'll go to Arsenal, says Rajat. Gungshi says, hi, Primot. How you doing there, Primot, you don? United says Vinny Bullock. There's not going to be tonight, Daniel Barnes. I've got too much going on. I'm so sorry. I've had such a hectic, busy day, man. I'm shattered. So there isn't going to be another FIFA stream tonight, guys. I'm sorry about that. But it will be back tomorrow every night for 4 or 5 days. Normal service resumed. Zayn Miassi with another super chat, lad. Guys, can we just take a second to appreciate Zayn and get a fucking poo-poo emoji and a house emoji in the live chat? Because this is some serious arsehole and shithousery going on in here. Hush up, Zayn! I'm kidding. He says, pig, real men don't get nervous on Tinder dates, says Zayn Miassi. Only slow fake males who have more than one pronoun, says Zayn Miassi. Oh, that's a little bit on the, that's a bit controversial, Zayn. Anyway, saying Miassi, to be fair, what are you trying to say about me, mate? I used to be bricking it whenever I used to have a date back in the day. You know what I mean? I used to be absolutely bricking it, lad. So, you know, what are you trying to say? Zane's going ham, says Gungshi. Zane, thank you very much for your super chat, bud. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the shithouse emojis. Right, okay, another report from the Telegraph. Sam Dean says that he said basically understand Arsenal's latest bid for Lisandro Martinez is worth around about £35 million, rising to almost 40. The feeling in the Netherlands is that Arsenal want to get the deal done quickly with competition expected from Manchester United. Kate Cadet, he says, Kate Cadet, man, thank you so much for your super chat, boss. He says, real men don't support Arsenal, Zane. He's got you there. Hey, what's going on there, Aaron Padgett? Yeah, nah, what you on about sub 2, lad? I've been absolutely fucking working my socks off, dude. The Cake Cadet's loving it there. Thank you so much, Cake Cadet. Let's get some love hearts in there for Mr. Cadet of Cake. Right, so Ajax are reluctant at the moment to sell Antony, and it seems like they're selling the whole team, to be fair, but they're reluctant at the moment to sell Martinez and Antony, and both of them, because there's just so many players outgoing this summer. But it's quite realistic we could at least get one of them. I think actually the player we could probably do with the most would be a centre back, and he can play DM. Even though Antony's absolutely amazing, we'll ask the chat on that one. If you could only sign one of the players, let's say Martinez for £43 million, and let's say Antony for £60 million. Well, and those are high figures, by the way. But let's just say that. Let us know what you think, guys. What do you think? I mean, which one would you rather? So for me, it would just about be Martinez, just because I think he would probably improve us at the back where we have the most problems. But let's face it, Antony is the sexiest signing, and I don't mean that in the sense that he's a sexy individual. What I mean is, he's an attacking player. You know, it's a more attractive signing, isn't it? Everyone says Antony. Antony says BT. Antony says Caesar. Antony says Batmanite fan. Exactly, there you go. Rajat can play centre back. CDM. Martinez says Scott Berg. I think Scott Berg. You're right. I think basically Martinez is the functional signing and Antony's the sexy signing, you know. But hey, both, you're right, play this account. Why not both? We talked about the possibility earlier on of United maybe going in for a double swoop. It sounds ridiculous, but 100 million euros, a figure around about there. So 80 million pounds. It's a heck of a lot of money. But if you're getting both of them and they're getting a huge chunk of change like that, I mean, crikey, they can do a lot of money with that. This is the production line. This is what they do. They produce talents and they sell them for big money. And they can get 100 million euros in one transaction, essentially. Well, not really, but, two separate transactions agreed at the same time. Antony and Martinez. And maybe we can also do a deal where we can get one or two players going out in the opposite direction. So you see a little cheeky little loan player such as Ahmad Diallo or somebody going to replace Antony for the season. Helps us out, helps us develop, helps us getting him game time, but it also helps them out in the short term because they've got another body in there. So it's, you could see a little few sweeteners that we could do for the deals as well. We don't have to spend all money. We could include a player like Tahith Chong maybe, or something like that. You just don't know who they would want. So I think it's possible we could get both of them. I mean, I know I'm being very optimistic at the moment, but I do think it's still possible we could get them both. And I think we should get them both. We need a centre-back, and we do need another wide player or another forward player also that can maybe contribute some goals. So, Man United are planning a 40-plus million offer for Lisandro Martinez at the moment. I'm just going to check some of the latest updates that have come through, folks, just to see what's cooking here. We've got a little bit of info about some other links that have been made with United, previously a couple of players linked with us and maybe with other clubs progressing with them now. So Dan Juma, there's talks between West Ham and Villarreal to sign Dan Juma, works in progress for a bit less than 45 million euros. West Ham want him to be one of their statement signings. Personal terms have not been discussed yet. This is from Fabrizio Romano at 10:50 p.m. this evening. Villarreal are prepared to sign Umar Sadiq as a replacement. So it really does look like West Ham are going in for Dan Juma. I think Dan Juma is actually a great player, only based on a few games I've seen him play, a couple of which were against us, where he absolutely fucking ruined us. So, but, I do rate him. I do rate him, to be fair, and I think he could be a good signing, of course, but he's not going to be a player that Man United are looking at. I think West Ham get themselves a good player there. In all fairness, great signing, says Russia. Yeah, I think it would be a good signing for them. So they're going in for Dan Juma, progressing with talks. Also, another player that's been linked to us previously is Benoit Badiashile. I think that's how you pronounce it, guys. The centre-back, and he's reported to be worth around about 50 million euros. And apparently, Sevilla have entered the race for the player, along with Chelsea. And also, there's a supposed interest from Manchester United as well. But that's probably just because, we've got links with almost everybody that's been on our list. If you actually look at all of the players that have been linked to Manchester United this summer, there's over 100 now. Over 100 different players who have all been linked in some capacity by the major sort of sports outlets this summer window so far. So it is pretty ridiculous. Over 100 different players have been linked to Man United. Let's hope we get some of them. Super chat. Dan Juma is decent. He is good, Brett, to be honest. Rushmano says we've got 241 likes. We're nearly at 250. Get in. Zayn Miyasi, he is going absolutely ham here, my friends. Zayn says, you have such rubbish scouts. You are just copying our targets. We're like copying your homework, but we're getting the credit for it, mate, and you're the one who's doing detention. He says, you have such rubbish scouts. You are just copying our targets. De Jong is another Di Maria. He doesn't want to come to United and will leave after 1 year. This year is the year of party. Okay, nice one, Zane. I mean, I've got to just analyse your comment there for a second. So, I mean, De Jong is another Di Maria. I disagree because we've got a little bit of something called an X factor at this football club, which is Ten Hag. Ten Hag, let's face it. You know, it's like getting the band back together with Ten Hag and De Jong and Donny and these guys. Let's face it, this is a nice homecoming for him. This isn't some... this isn't like Di Maria, who's like a proper snake coming over, and didn't want to be here and didn't like it here and stuff. I mean, to be fair to Di Maria, didn't he like get his house burgled and stuff? Or was that? Oh no, wait, was that in Paris? I can't remember now. But I'm just saying. No, I think he did, didn't he? I don't know. Look, no. I don't know, but anyway, I'm just saying he was a snake and he didn't stay long. But I think it's harsh to say that he'd be like this. I mean, we did have an absolute snake from Arsenal as well once before, goes by the name of Alexis Sanchez, some guy who actually sold us that he was going to be a good player, had an amazing time of it at Arsenal. As soon as he got that big money contract, he just shat the bed. So I don't know about that one, Zane. I think you need to chill out a little bit, pal. Look, okay, Zayn Miyasi, let's have a cheeky little bet, sir. So let's just a friendly bet, but I think we should have a forfeit bet, a forfeit bet. Something like, I don't know, I've got to do something if Arsenal finish higher than United. And if Man United finish higher, then you've got to do, I don't know, a face reveal, a video saying that Manchester United are the greatest team in all the land and Flying Pig is the best YouTuber on earth. I think we should do that, Zane. You have got a YouTube channel, mate. All right, anyway. Nice one, Rushmano. We smashed the 250 likes barrier. Baby, we did it. Break out the red panties. It's red panty night. The live chat's got us 250 likes, baby. Right. Okay, so, right, listen, I was going to talk about this and I got sidetracked, but Erik ten Hag has told individuals that a miserable season last year does not make them bad players, and that aside from those who have already made it clear they want out, they will all be given a clean slate. So, just some words there from Rob Dawson of ESPN. He says that Erik ten Hag has told individuals that a miserable season last year does not make them bad players. And aside from those who have already made it clear they want out, they will all be given a chance, a clean slate. So, I mean, that's good and bad, isn't it? I think it is good to look at some of these players and say, hey, look, Rashford, let's forget about how gash you were and how much little effort you put in towards the end of the season. And let's get maximum effort from now on, bud, and we can start afresh. Of course, but then there are other players that potentially, such as like Slabbington Maguire, who I just don't think are savable, but there you go. Zayn Miyasi, thank you very much for another Super Chat, boss. He says, Piggy, which player has improved at United since Fergie left? Even Ronaldo got worse, says Zayn Miyasi. I mean, what? I mean, even Ronaldo got worse. He said he just cut back and he's aged. And what are you on about, Zane? Okay, which players have got better since Fergie left? David De Gea? Done. Answer, there's at least one for you. David De Gea. He was shite when Fergie was in and he was fucking weak as piss. Couldn't come for those corners flapping around, mate. No. He's definitely got better. Also, there's a lot of, I mean, what do you mean? There's not, I can't even begin to unbox that question, saying it's so wrong on so many levels, pal. It's so wrong on so many levels, bud. I mean, there has, of course, been players that have developed at Manchester United here. We have had players come through and develop over the years. I know Rashford had a bad season, but up until that, he was developing well. Until Greenwood and the situation happened with Greenwood, he was developing well as a youngster. Bruno, until this season, was playing like an absolute beast and doing well at Manchester United. And, we have developed some players. It's not been fantastic. I do think that that's something we failed in over the years. And like you said, actually, in the last comment you made, our recruitment network, our scouting team, it's not very good. It's not very good, mate. You're right. It's not as good as it used to be. But if what our tactics are, which is just to basically just see what other teams are doing and just ride in at the last moment and steal the player out from underneath, then we don't really need one, do we? As long as we've got great targets and great vision and we can sign the right players and who the manager wants, then that's it. It's like, why even bother scouting? Why even bother negotiating with these teams when you can let Arsenal do it and then just swoop in? Philip Chapman says, is Zayn really Ian Wright? Yeah, fair enough, Big T says, our scout is very good now. His name is Ten Hag. Well, maybe our scouting system is going to be getting better in the future. But at the moment, I think that's why you're seeing us go for a lot of these players that Ten Hag has clearly scouted himself. Because like even Tyrell Malacia, okay, he's not playing for Ten Hag, but he's playing in a team opposite Ten Hag in the league, who he's coming up against over the last couple of seasons. He's seen a lot of. And he's identified him as somebody that he would like to take to Manchester United. So that's his own scouting. That's his own scouting knowledge that he's based this signing off of on. I'm almost guaranteed that he's just said, this guy's great, let's get him. So, it's Ten Hag signing. And then also, you look at De Jong, that's his sort of player that he wants. And you look at some of the other options that we're being linked with, Martinez and Antony. These are all the sort of Ten Hag inspired signings that he's going for because he scouted them, basically. And if he's not coached them and developed them himself already, he's already had great interactions with these players, having watched them, having faced them, and all this kind of thing. So it does mean that he's directly, in a roundabout way, done all that for us. Absolutely right. It's great strategy for the first season. Go with who you know. Exactly. What a great point. Go with who you know and trust. Yes, definitely. We were all saying, wouldn't it be nice if we could bring about that Ajax style of play, but to Manchester United in the Premier League? That's the big question. Can he do it in the Premier League, though? And can these players that have been doing it in the Eredivisie, can they do it in the Premier League? Those are the big questions. But we'll find out. But I think clearly what his tactic at the moment and what his philosophy will be is to try and do that, is to try and eventually, it won't come overnight, but eventually get United playing that style of play, get United playing an attractive attacking type of football where it's high press, where it's high energy, and where we're constantly trying to beat the opposition and score a lot of goals. I think that's what Ten Hag's going to bring about at United. And so what is the hurt of getting in players who already know how to do that for him? It just makes sense. I'm with you. Right, so that's pretty much it, but I'm just going to do a little rundown of everything we've discussed here, folks, in the chat. So just quickly in regards to it, so we'll just have a quick recap for anybody who's just getting in the stream, and then we're going to have a big Q&A at the end of this video as well, guys, so do stick around for that, and make sure you smash that like button on it and hit the subscribe and get your thoughts and opinions in it. Zayn Miassi, what are you doing, Zayn? Pipe down, Zayn. He says Ten Hag will last 2 years. You'll get Poch after, or Southgate. And we will get Patrick Vieira if Arteta fails. I mean, I think you probably will get Vieira if Arteta fails, actually. I think you will, and I think you'll probably get him about Christmas. Because Arteta's going to be mid-table by then, son. Look, Ten Hag, it's hard to say. Only time will tell, won't it? The fact is, if he's not got United to be challenging in 2 years' time, or to a point where we're really looking good again, and we are up there, we're closing the gap, we're in contention for winning things, we're playing good football. If he's not got that in 24 months, then who knows what might happen to Ten Hag. But certainly he'll get that time. I think he'll get that time to develop this squad. He looks like he's going to be backed. He needs to be backed. He needs backing. He needs players, and he needs time. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm not expecting, even if we did get 7 players in, I'm still not expecting us to finish any higher than 3rd or 4th. It's not like we're really going to win the league this season or anything. And even that is optimistic. I'm going for 4th place for United this summer. Ten Hag out. I can hear the chants already, says Jamaican 876. Fair play. I mean, it will happen from some corners of the fan base if and when he starts losing a series of games. But what we have to remember, I think, just for a second, let's just take a step back for a second. We finished 6th. We're a shell of a team. So any progress really this season would be good. If we start to see a better style of play, an attacking type of football that Manchester United should be playing, the Man United way, we'll all give him a little bit more time. If he's developing youth players, if he's blooding a couple of youth players, we'll give him a bit more time. If we're doing things and approaching games in the right way, he'll get time. But if it continues down the path of boring mediocrity and just setting low standards and having Harry Maguire, the fridge as a captain and these stuff, he won't get as much time. It's a results industry. You've either got to get the results or, you've got to somehow manage to convince us and that the team is progressing. If you can't improve upon 5th or 6th place in the league, well, at least you've got to be doing well and, you know, moving towards having that style where in the future we can do that. Think about Klopp in the first few seasons at Liverpool. People can't ask too much too soon. Look at Klopp now over the last few years. He took them to the point where they're one of the best teams in the world, to be fair. And they're always in and amongst it for the main sort of competitions and stuff. But to start with, it wasn't like that. To start with, he had to finish 7th. He had to finish 5th. He's had to bottle it. He's had to realise that the squad is not quite there. He's had to get a replacement goalkeeper. He's had to get a replacement centre-back. He's had to plug this hole in the team. He's had to get this player. He's had to get this player gone. He's had to gel and he's had to develop the team and the style and everything. That takes a lot of time. But he did it eventually, and it's not going to happen overnight. But so I think Ten Hag needs a good couple of seasons just to get to that point where we can say, yeah, this is a proper Ten Hag team. But we're all looking for at least a bit of improvement this season. I think that has to be said. So just to get back into the rundown. So yep, Tyrone Malacia is expected to get a big pay rise at Manchester United as well. And the thoughts are on that situation is that the deal is essentially really going to be done. Representatives have been meeting today between MUFC and Malacia's reps and over personal terms, and it's progressed well and sides are confident the deal can go through in the next couple of days. Sky Sports and various other outlets reporting that an agreement in principle with Feyenoord for the signing of left-back Tyrone Malacia is basically there, an agreement in principle, and that they're optimistic about completing the deal. And then also Fab told us last time out that Tyrone Malacia agents and Man United are in direct contact today in order to discuss agreement on personal terms. Feelings are positive on Man United's side to get the deal done soon. Feyenoord would receive 15 million euros plus 2 million euros in add-ons, more than Olympique Lyon. So essentially here, what we've got going on is the Malacia deal is pretty much imminent, really. We're expected that he's going to sign for United in the next 24 hours. Tomorrow is realistically the date, but it could take a little bit longer. I suppose it could be the next day after that. But really, it's going to be pushed through pretty quickly. Come on! Let's hope that we get this guy announced very soon. And then De Jong comes in. And then Eriksen signs. And then they're going to all fall like dominoes. And we're just going to see new signings coming in. Antony, Martinez, etc. So that's good news, folks. Also, just a little bit on some of our players that may be leaving. Tellez might be leaving because of obviously Malacia coming in. We'll have more on that as and when we know. But he might be offered to clubs, or if a good offer comes in from him, he could be sold. Also, we got options for Tahith Chong, who's being linked with a move back to Feyenoord, who we've just done a deal with Malacia for. So it is actually quite likely that this could happen. He's surplus to requirements at United. There's a chance that there was conversations that have been had whilst we were discussing the Malacia deal. So, hey, look, we could look to do them a little bit of a cut price deal and get him off the books as well. Also, Dean Henderson has signed a new, Dean Henderson will be signed and announced in the next days by United. Dean Henderson deal to Nottingham Forest will be signed. No issues. It's been approved by Ten Hag. Loan move to Notts Forest until June 2023. Huge move for Nottingham Forest. So that is done as well. That's basically done. And Tahith Chong's close to Feyenoord. What else do we need to cover? Oh, yeah, the situation with De Jong is basically the same, but really we're just waiting for confirmation that there's a proper agreement between the two clubs. And then it will be very quick, I think. Then it will be a case of medicals, paperworks and things like that. We're expecting De Jong to be signed in the next week. And just in regards to Eriksen, same sort of time frame with him as well. The decision for Eriksen could be within the next 48 hours, or it could just be in a week or so. You know, he's in no rush, I don't think. But the season's going to be starting soon. He's obviously going to want to get in before pre-season if he wants to join Manchester United. And if he wants to go away on that tour, he's going to have to sign by then. So they're expecting in the next week that we'll find out about Christian Eriksen, maybe the next few days, maybe tomorrow. This is it. We're not too sure. It depends on him and his team and who they decide to go for. But things are looking good at the moment for those three players. Malacia incoming next 24 hours. De Jong incoming hopefully the next week. And also Eriksen incoming within the next week as well. Get in there, my son. Come on. Finally, United making some moves. They're not all 100% done yet, guys, but they're all looking very, very good and likely. And then there's also the possibility for us to be going back for a double raid at some point in the future for Martinez and also Antony. So watch this space. Hopefully there is some more news and reports and headlines that come out after we've got some of these deals wrapped up. Because we're not done there yet. We've got to improve this team. It's a shite team. Still problem areas in the squad. and Ten Hag needs all the help he can get. But get in there, my son. Finally, United doing something this window. And if we can stitch up Arsene Hollands in the process soon as well, I'd feel really good about it. And if we've got ambition, maybe go and get the likes of Dumfries and Tielemans as well. That's right. Okay. So, yep, there's that there, guys. So, yeah, that's good stuff. Right, I think that's pretty much all the latest goings on, folks. If anything comes out in the next sort of half an hour or 10 minutes or so while I'm on here, or a few minutes, I will obviously let you guys know. I'm going to stick on here. How long we've been on? Holy shit, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. What? No way. Have I just been rambling away for an hour and 20 minutes before we got to the Q&A? That is mental. That's mad. All right, then. Well, let's do the Q&A now then, folks. We're going to stick around for 5 or 10 minutes. Have your say. Now's the time to get your comments in. We read everybody's comments out as well. So we try to anyway. It depends how many comments there are. But try and get your comments in then. Let's hear your thoughts and opinions about anything we've been discussing. We're nearly at 300 likes. Please do hit the thumbs up button on it if you haven't done. And also smash that subscribe. We're nearly at 59,000 subscribers. So drop a cheeky little subscribe on it. You know it makes sense. And get yourself involved by clicking the bell icon and being a part of the show tomorrow as well. We'll be on in the afternoon and the evening. CZ Bounce is not rambling, bro. Speaking your wisdom. Thank you, mate. I can definitely rabbit a bit, can't I? Josh Lee says, unrelated, Pig. Is there going to be any changes to the stream background for the new season? No. There's not. Why do you think there should be? I like it, mate. I like this old sort of red and gold setup with the shirts in the background and Sir Alex Ferguson just chilling, mate. You're like, oh shit, you can't see it. Sir Alex Ferguson just chilling there, mate. I like it, you know what I'm saying? It reminds me of the good old days, sir. It reminds me of the good old days when we're actually fucking decent. Johnny said, why didn't United do a deal for De Jong which included Maguire? That's surely fake news. You know what I mean? It surely is. There's something not quite right there. If there was a sensible offer with Maguire included, we would have sacked him off, I'm sure. We need a right back, says Divish Aurora. Not good enough. Dallow's not good enough. Wan-Bissaka can't pass. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we could look at doing that. Hey, Big Bear, what's going on, man? He says, back to the future. It's opening day of the season. What's Manchester United's starting 11? Oh, right. Okay, interesting. So you mean like go to the... Okay, so I would say that Man United starting 11 at the start of the season will probably be something like Davide De Gea. I would hope, maybe Luke Shaw, Malacia there. Let's go Martinez and Varane for fun. Let's say Dumfries right back for the Bants. Let's say De Jong and Tielemans in the centre of the park. Let's go, maybe, I guess it would be Lango or Rashford or something, Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo up top. Sounds pretty raw. Or Antony, of course, out wide as well. Sounds pretty raw, lad. Simon Cowie, thank you so much for your super chat here, dude. Thank you very much indeed, Simon. He says, Pig, we can sign 5 signings. It still will take 4 seasons to win silverware and 5 to 7 years to win the Premier League. The first 3 seasons will be on rebuilding and working with everyone. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you there. Look at what Liverpool did in Klopp. We've used him as a good yardstick because it's true. There's so much rebuild that needs to take place for this club to get back to where they are now. And it is going to take time. I actually think a bit quicker than that. I don't think necessarily 5 to 7 years. Good few years, though. I think you're right. Before we can challenge for the league, surely we've got to have a few transfer windows. Surely Ten Hag's got to be here for a long time, having success and growing and improving the team. Marky Harris says, K Slater, the tea lady. Marky Harris, what an absolute legend, man. How have you been anyway? I did read your email, by the way. I haven't replied to it yet, mate, but I just read it earlier on. You're an absolute legend. I've been absolutely flat out, mate. But I will get back to you soon. You're absolute don. Don't change the grab to the background, says CZ Bam. I love it, says CZ Bam. Right, okay, fair enough. Right, smash a 1 in the chat if you think I should keep it. Smash a 2 in the chat if you think I should change it. That's no... Simon Cowie, you're a legend. Let's get a sue in the live chat there for Simon. Really appreciate it. Gungshi says, I like your setup, Pig. Thank you very much. Solskjaer99 thinks I should keep the bad boy. And Batman and Gungshi. Yeah, that's right, Mark Harris. Maguire's a Zanussi salesman, Old Trafford region. Maguire actually reminds me of a Kirby vacuum salesman, mate. Andy Healy with the 1. Alec Williams with the 1. On the Head Football Live with a 2. Josh Lee with a 2. Callum with a 2. Mostly everyone with a 1. Rushmano says it's a good background. There's nothing wrong with it, is there, guys? It's got some of my favourite shirts on. What's everyone's favourite shirt out of these ones? That's how... So, I mean, this one's fucking sick, isn't it? This one here. This one's fucking sick, mate. And also, this, I love this one as well. I love this one, I must say, I love this one. This is one of my personal favourites. Anyway, there's some great ones there. Nas says, do a poll on Antony and Martinez, Piggy. It'll be close, I think. Right, okay, right. As in, if you could sign only one. I think Antony will win this pretty handily because people like attacking players, people like exciting Brazilian forward talents. But we'll put him in there anyway. If you can only sign one player. Actually, I'll put Timber in there as well, just for the bants. If you can only sign one from Ajax, then who would you sign? There's the poll for you guys. We'll ask it between now and the end of the show. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, says Kungshi. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Maguire on borrowed time will not last with Eric. Happy days, says Mark. Yeah, Big T says, what will we all do if Ten Hag starts Maguire and Jones as centre-back pairing first game of the season? Or Maguire and Lindelof, mate, or something. I don't know. We're all going to be very disappointed if that happens. K Slater says, I just want a strong midfield defensive presence. Yeah, good shout. Hey, look, maybe we'll go and actually get a midfield destroyer between now and the end of the window. Maybe someone like that Sangare could be available. He's also in the Dutch League. Maybe, you never know. Cantona, Keane, Burbs, Rooney says Solskjaer 99. Ooh, lovely. Favourite shirts, the 99 treble shirt, says Kate Cadet. Great shout. Where's the poll? It should have popped up. Is it not popped up, guys? Let me give it a refresh and see what's going on. No, I did put the poll in there. It should have worked, but maybe it hasn't. And it hasn't worked, has it, guys? If you could sign only one. Don't know why that didn't work, guys. Antony. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work. Let's hope it works this time. Yeah, it's worked this time. What's this that's come through? Thank you very much, Joe Rushy, for sending this over. Okay, another update's come in. Interesting. So, yeah, previously there was an indication from Martinez that he was happy to join Arsenal, but there's been a prospect, of course, of reuniting with Erik Ten Hag at Old Trafford, and that may well change his mind. So this is the Ten Hag effect. It's the only reason Donny van der Beek is signing for... it's the only... Well, he feels like a new signing, but it's the only reason Frenkie de Jong is signing for Manchester United. And it's probably the only reason Donny's not being sold, actually, is the fact that Ten Hag's come in. So the only reason he's already having a positive effect with being able to influence and bring in some players that we think will be good for us as well. Outlaw Torn says, what you going to do, brother, when Liverpool runs wild on Old Trafford again on you? I don't know, probably take a dump on the Scousers' doorstep, mate. Gary Desmond, what's going on, mate? Thank you for subscribing to the channel, you legend. Really appreciate that. Dutch Christ, how's it going? He says, get your polls out for the lads. Martinez says, Big Bear. Timber over Martinez, it seems. Oh, most people... Interesting. It's actually quite low on the Martinez. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I like Martinez. He can play centre-back and centre-mid. And if Ten Hag wants him, I'm all for it. Vincent says, the only thing you speak if Dutch players will miss joining us is they won't be able to go to Club Van der Sex every week. That's true. Bring on the Fluger Krebheimler. You can't see the poll. I don't know what's going on there, Nas. It is up there. We've got 70 votes. Antony's winning with 44% of the vote. Timber with 37%. And Martinez trailing behind with only 19% of the vote. Ten Hag the Don says, Batman Night fan, there is no FIFA tonight, Callum Lev, mate. I'm so shattered, mate. I'm sorry. I'm so tired, bud. It's not because of these videos today. It's because I've been doing loads of DIY stuff. I got up early. I just had a super stressful, manic day for various reasons as well. I'm just tired, mate. I need to get to sleep, son. So I can't do it tonight. But look, FIFA late night and also FIFA early afternoon on the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming, will be back every single day over the weekend and from tomorrow. Kate says, I would have to say Timber in the hope it means the end of slabbing Maguire. Anthony's injury prone, says Ash Carroll. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, he's only 22, played a lot of games for them this season. Simon Cowie, thank you very much for the 449 super chat, you don. He says, Pig, Erik Ten Hag will improve players like Maguire. He has said he wants to work with Maguire. I know he said that when he first came in his press conference. Don't you think that's him being diplomatic? Don't you think that's him not wanting to make the focus on his first press conference ever? The fact that Harry Maguire is not the player for him? We don't know what his true feelings are. My personal opinion is he probably thinks that Maguire's shite. Because if he knows, if he's been watching Manchester United and has actually seen what Maguire's been doing, then he'll realise that, hey, he's probably not up to the standard. Definitely Antony says Mart. Oh, okay, Nas says Antony as well. Do I think the media will attack Ten Hag from the off? Maybe, Andy Healy. If he loses a few games, he'll feel the pressure straight away. Neil Walker says Antony. Philip Chapman says, hopefully Ten Hag has the Midas touch, Mark. We live in hope. Mark says, Palmer Eric cannot turn a turd into a piece of shit. That's true. I mean, you can't polish a turd, can you, Mark Harris? It's so true. In regards to Maguire, how are you going to polish that turd right up to be nice and shiny? It's very difficult. James Hill says, you say Bruno is shite. He wasn't the best, but did get decent stats. Hang on a sec. When did I say Bruno was shite? I said he had a shite season. And yes, statistically, some of his stats were not that bad at all, really. But we did have to go to the second page to look for his assists when we looked up yesterday. But some of his stats were good, some of his chance creation and stuff, just that a lot of the teammates were not finishing him off. But at the same time, let's face it, he gave the ball away a lot. His retention stats were poor. You know, he had a bad season by his standards. It wasn't a bad season by the standards of the whole team, but by his standards, it just was not good enough. From going from the Portuguese Magnifico to the Portuguese Slagnifico overnight, it just wasn't acceptable. He needs to step up. That was not a good season. Pig, instead of Antony, what about Ousmane Dembele on a free? Don't like him. Expensive monies, lots of wages, bit of a prima donna mercenary maybe, and also injury prone. But he's good. Kate Cadet says, Piggy's in the garage more often than Tim the Toolman Taylor. Mate, it's coming along so nice, mate. I've been putting the soundproofing on there, got all the wiring done, the ceiling's all up, the tiles on the floor all laid. It's actually looking like a proper room, dude. It's actually looking pretty sweet, man. Just got to move some things in there, finish doing some stuff to the door, and soundproof the ceiling and soundproof a couple of the walls. Already soundproofed a couple of them, and it's looking good. And that's all I got to do. So it's coming along very nicely, mate. It's almost done. Albrox says, Pig, you can polish a turd. They proved it on Mythbusters. Cara ABD, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome in. People hear what they want, says Nate. Apparently, yeah. De Jong Bentos news. Doesn't he want to come now? Update Gov. I've already gone into it tonight with Marky Harris. Where have you been? You've been here? But anyway, I've already gone to it. He does. It's not that he doesn't want to join, no. There's just all these rumours going around that he wants to stay at Barca. We know that he would rather stay at Barca, but if he's sold by Barca and they don't want him, what's he going to do? Soundproof the room for those BDSM Friday nights. Good shout, Mark. Good shout. Me and Slabby Maguire going, no, that sounded what? That sounded messed up. Anyway, you know what I mean. Anyway, he's Nurse says you have to show us, Piggy. Yeah, I will definitely do like a studio room tour of it very soon, mate. Probably when we hit 60K. It's going to be finished very soon. And once we've done that, I'll do a cheeky little studio tour. Thank you, Rushmano. He says, great show, guys. Simon says, Peter Schmeichel was crap when he came in. Beckham took 3 loans to become good. He was crap. Even Fergie thought about cutting him. Wow, that's fair enough about Becks, yeah. Schmeichel was crap when he came in? You what? Rashad Village says De Jong will come. Fair enough. I mean, I was only like 5 years old at that time when he did come in, but so I don't really remember. But if you're telling me, then fair enough. But he was fucking epic from what I remember after that. You have to show us your garage. I will do. Hey, little settings, says Mark Harris. Nice, yeah, I've got to 58.8k subscribers, CZ Band. Thank you very much, bro. Absolutely amazing. I know it's down to legends like you who support this show by getting in here and chatting in the community here. And it's down to the legends who support the show by helping us by smashing the like button. We're nearly at 300 likes. We're only 7 away. Get in there. Who's going to be the 300th liker? And also the people that share these around and tell your friends and all that sort of stuff. It really does help us out. Kate Cadet says, Piggy, get a sign for your garage saying the pigsty. Oh, I like that. I do like that a lot. Thank you, Gung. She says, great show, Piggo. Thank you, Gung. You've done. Sue Hodrian says, you Mank fans make me laugh. De Jong hasn't said yes to leaving Barca yet. You're all going on like he's already signed for United. Here's hoping he says no. Sue, appreciate your attempt at banter there. But you know what? Look, you know he would come if Barca sell him, if Barca want to sell him out from underneath him. You know, if they're pushing him out the door because they got financial issues, what's he going to do? Is he going to stay there, make everybody unhappy? Is he going to be unwanted? Is he going to stay at an unwanted club that doesn't want him? Or is he going to go reunite with Ten Hag, the guy that he actually, wants to, the guy that's actually coming in for him and wants him? What do you think? And also, hang on a sec. It's a little bit of a different scenario anyway. because we know that he's already probably indicated. We don't know, but let's face it, they wouldn't be having these weeks of negotiations if he's not already said to Ten Hag or said to and made it clear to representatives that he would be keen to come if the price is right. So, of course, we're not going to be doing weeks of negotiations if we haven't already got some sort of verbal confirmation that he wants to come or that he would be prepared to come if Barca don't want him. Jarvis says, Matthias de Ligt is pushing for a transfer. Chelsea interested. Would you take him at United? Definitely, Jarvis. What a signing that would be, mate. Get the old band back together. Definitely, Jarvis Cock, you legend. Only thing is, he's expensive, isn't he? 70 million or something. Maybe too much of the budget for us this year. Maybe if he's still available later on, we could go and get him. Thank you, Zach Groff, for subscribing to the channel, mate. Thank you, Andy Healy says, first time here, loved it. Great show. Thank you, Andy, mate. We're just drawing to a close, but I really appreciate that comment. You're a legend, man. And we did hit 300 likes as well. What a community, man. Thank you, everyone, for dropping the thumbs up. The only thing you're missing is the background is the treble. Says, oh, that's a good shout, to be fair, Simon. I like your style. Yeah, maybe we could add it. Maybe we could change it. Price tag steep, says Rajak. Get Ajax tea lady. Great one. Thank you, Rajak. Guys, we're going to wrap this video up there then. But that's the latest news. I'm going to end that poll there. Looks like 50% of the live chat would like to sign Antony from Ajax. If you could only get one, it would be Antony. Timber in second place, interestingly enough, with 31% of the vote. Martinez gets only 19% of the vote. Not very loved from you United fans there. Don't know what happened to Tammy Abraham Link. Probably we just woke up and realised that we can do better. And Zach Cake says if he wasn't going to come, no matter what we'd offered, we would already know by now 100%. Exactly, Kate. This isn't going to go on for weeks and weeks if he's not really already said yes, he would come. Thank you, Vincent Bullock. Missing green and gold shirt. Oh, so true, Vincent. Yeah, oh, you're so right about that. I'm going to do something about that, Vincent. Good shout. Just by the Dutch national team. We're working on it. James Hill. No, that's just rumours, I think, to be fair. Yeah. Mirror and Guardian. Yeah, I don't think so, James Hill. Look, he might not want to leave. We know that it's his dream club, but he will go if he's pushed out the door. Greetings from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Brian McVicker. Travel allows. Where can we meet up to talk treason in real life? This is the best fan channel ever. Brian McVicker. Well, based on the fact that you just got in here and said that right now, I would say maybe... after you get to know me, Squire. But thank you very much, Brian. You never know. Michael Day, what's going on? Get in there. Thank you for the Phil Jones emoji. What's that then, Eunice Akram? Thank you, Mark Harris, Rosh Mono, Naz786, Eunice Akram, Adwait Toro, Simon Cowie, Shades Online. Thank you very much, Shades Online. It's been watching you since the Woolly Hat days. Legend, Shades, man. Thank you for getting in here and watching. Simon Cowie, thanks for your super chats, man. Shout out to Zayn Miassi. I know Pau Torres, Adwait Toro. I agree with you, Adwait. Yes, Pau Torres, good player. Definitely would probably, well, I say definitely, but he would probably come to Manchester United because Villarreal don't have Champions League football this season, etc. There's no FIFA tonight, Callum Lev. I'm sorry, bro. I'm too shattered, mate. Tomorrow we get back at it, though. Thank you, Kickass. Thank you, Rushmano. Thank you, Big T. Meet and greet in your new garage. We can fit about 6 of us in there. Nice one. Yeah, I think so, Jude. He's going to have to bring a few youth players through as well, I think. And I think he'll want to do that. He wants to do that. It's the United way. Plus, it's his way that he's been doing at Ajax. My first stream will be roughly around about lunchtime tomorrow, CZ Bam. 1 p.m., 2 p.m., somewhere around about there. But if it's not, it will be because there's breaking news and we'll probably jump on a bit earlier. Like if I wake up in the morning and we have signed Malacia, we will jump on and give you the done deal news, you know. So keep a lookout. Make sure you click the bell icon. That's pretty important. That way you get a notification when we post. You can also join the Discord if you've got Discord, because we put updates, announcements and things in there as well. There's a meme section and all sorts of stuff. You can put an exclamation mark Discord in the live chat. You can also follow us on social media by putting an exclamation mark Insta in the live chat or Twitter. And you can also follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok and Twitch. Check out the website unitedflyinghigh.com for your latest news and all that jazz. We'll be back at FIFA tomorrow night, guys. Don't worry on this channel. It's just that today has been a long day for me. I'm pretty damn shattered and I can't do it tonight because I'm just melting. But we will do it tomorrow, guys. Thank you. No, that's not true, Eunice Akram. But thank you very much for everyone. There's some people reporting it, but it just sounds like BS to me, bro, to be honest. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thank you all for watching the stream. You're a bunch of legends. 314 likes, 2 away from a Steve Austin amount. You're all heroes. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow as well, folks. We'll give you all the latest breaking news as and when it happens with United in a no bullshit way. Keep you up to date with the latest goes on. So make sure you smash the subscribe and click the like and click the bell so you can stay up to date with all the latest goes on. But finally, United looking like we're going to do some business. Get Malacia in, get Eriksen in, get De Jong in, start work on Antony, Martinez or anybody else. And let's be having you, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. Callum, Amit, CZ, Gunshi, Drogfan, and Daniel Musa. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Thank you, Callum, Amit, Rushy, Simon, Robin, Shades, Batman, Nas, PP Fireworks, James Hill, Marky Harris, CZ Bam, Gunshi Leone as well says, love to the Hamada. I'm out of here, guys. Stay classy. Have a good one. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Come on, United. Finally sorting our bloody lives out, are we? Let's hope so, guys. We'll be back at it with all the latest updates tomorrow. So make sure you click the bell and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. See you tomorrow, folks. And also, soon.